running on about 2.5 hours sleep. And I am in a very bad mood. Holy shit, though, I am so tired. I'm gonna do my best here. And I realized I got fucking no energy drinks. I realized it way too late. I could have made coffee, but let's talk about how my day went today. What a goddamn day I had. So, as you guys know, I didn't do the link yet. Yeah, that's how tired I am. I forgot to even ask for money. I've been up pretty much all night. Going into the morning, as you guys know, my tummy hurts. Well, not anymore, but my tummy hurt yesterday, which really affected my ability to get any rest. I think I got I had a little hour nap before I woke up. My stomach was killing me. I had to be up at like 7 in the morning anyway, because it was Marge's big vet day today. Big vet day. Finally going to get Marge spayed. So happy. Except that didn't happen. It didn't happen. Triple N said Adderall. I would, but honestly, because I have some, but no, because I want to do this show, and honestly, I don't want to be. If I take an Adderall, even though my body is exhausted, I will be up like 6 hours after Nightwave is over, humming, and I'm not doing that. I would rather just do this show at the bare minimum level I can do it functioning, and then go to sleep right after the show. That's the plan. So, as you know, we had Marge's big vet day today, get her spayed, and we've been looking forward to this. And if anybody knows, when you get surgery or a pet gets surgery, whatever, you can't eat. It's one of the main rules, right? You can't feed them after midnight because they're little gremlins. So I'm up. It comes to like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's fucking cold out, by the way. I had a bunch of people call me a fucking liar on Twitter because they said it was 40 degrees out. By the way, I was exaggerating. However, I wasn't exaggerating by as much as you think. It was 46 degrees. I actually realized now I have a video on my phone. I have a video of my phone of me filming Marge while I'm driving because she was whining in the box, and I was moving the camera back and forth. So I guarantee you I can find a part in that video where my little thermostat in my my little display, my little touchscreen display, I guarantee you it's in the background. It'll say 46 degrees. So I'm like, fuck, man. I get up. It's cold. I'm miserable. I'm like, the fuck, dude? This sucks. It's... First of all, I had to starve Marge. No food after 10 p.m. Just like a gremlin. As a result of me not being able to feed Marge, see Gravy Show, 48 in Tampa this morning. So there you go. Everybody's like, 40 in fucking Florida? I doubt it. I doubt it. So I starve Marge all night, right? And because you have to not feed the cat that's getting surgery, I decided that it's probably best for me to not feed any of the cats after 10, right? Because it's kind of a dick move to let the other guys eat and not feed her. Now, they still got their wet food. I gave them wet food, and I actually overfed them right before Nightwave last night. So we did like Nightwave right before the show. I made sure they got plenty of wet food with plenty of dry food sprinkled on top so that they were good. They were all going to be nice and full. So then, of course, I couldn't feed them after that. So then they were being all cranky and they were meowing at me all night. That was keeping me up, and stomach was hurting. Louie taught Marge how to tip over one of the automatic feeders to try to get the fucking top to pop off, but it was empty. So I was just like, whatever, dude. We get to 7 a.m. I'm like, I get out of bed. I'm like, Jesus, it's fucking freezing, right? So I couldn't find my jackets. I couldn't find any of my normal jackets or hoodies. So I wear like an old raggedy ass hoodie that's like probably 12 years old. It's literally from a podcasting station that me and Royce were on when we did Fifth Circle 12 years ago. Frozen's here. He'll remember. I was wearing my old Lose the Radio hoodie, which has holes in it. I look homeless in it, but it was the only thing I had that was warm. And I'm like looking all around my house. I'm like, where the fuck is my jacket? Where the fuck is my hoodie? Where the fuck is all my shit? Whatever. We live in Florida. It's not like you have a whole lot of warm clothes. So what few things I do have, I couldn't find anything. So I'm like, this is fantastic. So I get this raggedy ass hoodie and I scoop Marge up. And I got to say this to Marge's credit. If I were to rank my cats in terms of being a pain in the ass when it comes time to go to the vet or go anywhere, trying to get a cat into a carrier is a bitch. Especially if they're scrappy. If I were to rank them from hardest to easiest, Louie is the top dog. He's absolutely, that's why he doesn't go to the groomer. He doesn't really go to the vet very often because he's miserable. He will kick and fight and scream and he's very scrappy. He doesn't like really bite or scratch, but he's very wiggly and he will find a way out. And then once he gets away from me, he will run from me and it's just impossible, right? Now, Marge would be the next difficult one. She's actually very easy, and then Clarence is the easiest. You know, if I commanded Clarence to walk into a fucking volcano, he would probably just do it. You know what I mean? He just trusts me like that. Marge, not that difficult though, but it's still a little bit of a fight. So, you know, for anybody dealing with a cat, you pick them up, right, and then you know. For me, I have to have because it's usually a 2-man job to get a cat in a carrier, but I have just me. So I had the door open and I had the carrier like on its back with the door open facing up and like leaning against my coffee table. And then I just have to scoop her up and then you grab their legs and you feed their legs into a fucking hole and then you drop them in there and you slam the door shut. So she starts fucking whining, crying. Hates my guts. I take her out into the cold. We get in the car. We're driving. She's whining the whole way. That JJ Stoner's actually very smart. I wrap him in a towel away from the cage and shove him in wrapped in the towel. That's actually, you know what? He's working smarter, not harder. I like it. But I get my girl in the cage and I'm like, all right, let's go. So I've had this appointment for 3 weeks? Two, at least 2 weeks, but probably 3. When did I go? Because I made the last appointment, which was the 19th of January. So it's like been 2-3 weeks, right, that I've had this appointment set in stone. I get to the fucking vet, and I remember them telling me, like, it's a drop-off, right? So, like, if you're doing spay, neutering at this vet, what they do is they'll do 1 day a week. They have the techs come in and do it, and there's only 1 day a week you can get it done. And you get there, everyone goes at 7:50 in the morning and drops off their cat and leaves. And then you come back at the end of the day, you get your cat back. So I get to the vet. I'm on time. I'm waiting out there. There's like a sign that says, like, if it's a pickup, just call us. I call them. We're closed. And I'm like, all right, well, they're not picking up the phone, but I can see they're clearly in there. So I'm like, let me check, whatever. I go up to the door, open the door, they're in there. I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. I come in with the cat, and they're like, oh, what's your name? Like, yeah, Mike Shiley, it's Marge, the cat, whatever, and then blah, blah, blah. By the way, these lazy fucks had her put in the system as Marg. I want to, little things in this story I want you to listen to, because this vet fucking sucks dicks. They don't even bother, like, you know, I understand that we're talking about dogs and cats here. They're not humans, whatever, but like, it's still a medical profile. How about just spelling the name right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm here to bring Marg in for fucking getting spayed. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever. So they're like, well, get your room, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They give me one of the little examination rooms, and they're like, just wait here. Doctor will be here soon. And I'm already like, hey, I'm sorry. I work nights, and I want to go back to sleep. And I was under the impression that this was a drop-off. You've got everything on file. You've got my debit card on file. This should be easy peasy. Unless you need me to assist in the fucking surgery and hand you scalpels and shit, I don't think I'm needed. But irregardless, as dumb Italians say, like, that's fine, whatever. I go into the fucking room. I'm waiting in the exam room, and I'm not kidding you. I wait in the exam room for probably no less than 25 minutes. 25 fucking minutes I'm waiting in this room, right? And I can hear a million other things going on. If you've ever been to like the vet office, like there's always like the examination room, and then on one side of the door there'll be like the lobby you just came in from, and then there's usually another door that goes back into their secret tunnels where they torture your pets. So I mean, it's action packed at this vet. There's a lot of hot action going on in all the doors, right? Marg is going nuts, whatever. Zen Rhino says, if you look at the estimate for the process you posted, they spelled Marg as Marg. Yeah, but you know what? I didn't get as annoyed at that, Zen, because honestly, I didn't think that it was based on her profile. I thought that was just an estimate I thought the chick that was like, oh, I'll give you an estimate was just typing fast. I didn't think that was her actual fucking profile in the system. I just found that out today. So when I did see that it was Marg on the estimate, but I just thought that was some chick busy, a lot of phones ringing, and she's like, yeah, I'll get you an estimate to, what was the pet's name again? Marg? All right, M-A-R-G. Get out of here. Buddy, stop. Stop. Or I'll kick you out. I don't want to kick you out, buddy. I love you. You're cute. But if you're going to start being annoying, dude, I'm very much not in the mood for cats today. So anyway, I'm waiting. Finally, the lady comes in, right? And so she goes, okay, you're here today for, I'm like, yeah, we're getting Marg spayed. She's supposed to get chipped. We're supposed to get this all done, right? She goes, okay, here, buddy. I love you, but you got to get lost. I'm serious. I'm deadly serious. All right, you know what? I can't. I love Clarence, but he's fucking driving me nuts lately. Go. If you jump up here again, I'm putting you, there you go. You can go up there. You're less annoying over there. There you go. Good boy. Good mans. There he is. Look at him creeping. So I'm waiting. She comes in. She's like, is this for Marg? I'm like, yeah, we're getting her spayed, getting her chipped. I think there's a couple of things you got to do to follow up. I said, you know, while I got you here, I'm like, the estimate you guys gave me, little high. She goes, well, we do that, just to be safe, just so that, we overshoot it, so that just in case. And I went, yeah, because I was like, yeah, you quoted me between $500 and $1,300 to spay a cat. It feels high. And they go, oh, well, we just do like an estimate, like a range, so that you're not like overwhelmed. And I went, yeah, no, I get that. But even 500's pretty high. I was like, here's my problem. Your low end is still really high. And they're kind of an expensive vet. I'm starting to figure out. They're kind of even worse. The one I call the bougie vet isn't even this expensive. And they're bougie. Cleveland Heights Animal Clinic is fucking bougie. Like from the service you get to the attention to detail. In fact, I will say this. Cleveland Heights Animal Clinic is so professional about being vets that they're almost annoying, right? There's times it almost feels like they care about your pet more than you do. And not just trying to sell you shit, but like they really do the follow-up care. They phone call you. They make sure, like instead of going, well, just call us if he has any reactions. Like when I took Louis to get his shots and get him fixed. Cleveland Heights is the only vet I've ever had that like, they didn't go like, well, just call us if he dies or whatever. Like they were calling me. So that was like Cleveland Heights was calling me and being like, hey, how's Clarence doing? Is he all right? How's the little champ doing? How are his stitches? Is he good? Has he had any reactions? That kind of shit. And you're like, oh, he's been good. Thank you for asking, And then it wasn't like, hey, by the way, while I got you, do you want to apply for care credit? It was nothing like that. This other vet, Lakeland Animal Clinic, couldn't give a fuck less. They have inconvenient hours. They're way too expensive. They're always trying to sell me some shit. It's horrendous. So after like a 20 to 25 minute wait, This lady comes in with a vet tech that I've recognized. I've recognized one of the girls because I think when I brought Clarence in, she was one of the ones that gave him his shots and stuff. So I'm like waiting, and then the lady comes in, right? And she's like, "Hey, Mike Shealy, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "For Marg, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, blah, 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 blah. So then I go, "Yeah, the estimate's a little high." I said, "Even the low end is pretty brutal." And they're like, "Well, and then I did guess right because they were like, "Well, it's actually not going to be 500 because remember I guessed that I already paid 200 to do the, feline leukemia, rabies shots and the Revolution Pro for the heartworm and the flea tick stuff. Like I already did all that." So she goes, "Well, that was added on. That she didn't know you had already done that." So she's like, realistically, it's going to be about 350. And then again, I'm thinking, I didn't say it, but I'm thinking to myself, that's still expensive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. All right, buddy. I love you, but you got to go. You're going to have to go. Unless you can sit there. Just sit, please, and chill. So then we're talking, whatever, and then she's like, "So, we have a problem." And I'm like, "What now?" And the lady proceeds to tell me, she goes, "Well, did you get our phone calls yesterday or our text messages?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. I got them after I was done with my show at 6 o'clock. And you motherfuckers," I didn't say motherfuckers, but it's like, "You guys close at like 5. You guys close at 4:59 every day. And my show isn't over till 6. So I couldn't call you by the time I got the message." Right? Because they text me in like the afternoon. They text me like an hour before they're closed. And they're like, "Hey, don't forget you got an appointment tomorrow." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's great." She goes, "Yeah, you see, you didn't confirm with us yesterday. And so we, canceled your appointment." So I'm like, you know what? I'm like, something's wrong here. I said, I've been coming to this clinic. I brought Clarence here twice. I brought Marg here once. I brought Louie here once. I've never confirmed an appointment. You guys know I'm hard to reach. It's how I am. I don't answer the fucking phone. I barely even look at my phone. I have friends that text me sometimes. I don't see the text till the next day. So I go, "What does that have to do?" Like I said, I never confirm appointments. See, here's the deal. They're called appointments. So I make an appointment and then I show up to said appointment. That's what grown-ups do. Like, what does this have to do with me not getting my appointment today? So she lets it slip. She goes, "Well, we usually have 2 surgery techs on the day we do spays, and we had one quit." So I'm like, wait. So I'm like, would I be unreasonable if I were to assume that my getting my appointment canceled today has far less to do with my not confirming yesterday and a lot more to do with the fact that you guys haven't been able to maintain a staff and you had somebody quit, right? I'm like, which one affected it more? The fact that you guys lost the vet tech or the fact that I didn't confirm? And she's like, "Well, I mean, yeah, it's, yeah, we just don't have the vet tech." And I'm like, whatever. She's like, "Can we reschedule?" And blah, blah, blah. "And what's a good number to reach you?" I said, "The number you have for me is the number. But I'm not going to confirm in the middle of the fucking morning. I'm not going to wake up in the morning to confirm with you guys an appointment we have set for tomorrow. You sent me a text saying you're scheduled for tomorrow. Don't feed Marge after 10. We'll see you tomorrow. I didn't think I needed to call you 5 times to make sure we're going through with this." So at that point, I'm like pissed. They're like, "Do you want to reschedule?" And I'm like, honestly, put me down for the next available day, tentatively, and we'll see what happens. And I said, but I'm going to see if I can't get it done somewhere else. So she's like, "All right, whatever, blah, blah, blah." I was very nice in there. I was trying, I got a little pissy, but when I say, I wasn't yelling, I wasn't cursing. It was a lot of teeth sucking, and it was a lot of huffing. It was a lot of, yeah, I guess. I guess I don't have a choice. Like that kind of attitude. So they're like, "Okay, we'll schedule you for next week," and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fine, whatever. And that's it. I just leave with Marge in a crate. And I'm like pissed now. I'm like, now I'm wide awake. My whole day is fucking shot. I'm tired. It's cold. I just put my cat through hell for no reason. I've starved my cats all night for no fucking reason. So I'm just furious, dude. And at first I'm like, I'm not even that angry, but I'm just pissed. And then I get in my car and I start driving and I start talking to myself out loud. And I got to where I was yelling in the car. By the time I got home, my anger had reached a crescendo. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this, dude. I finally look, I get home. I'm looking up vets. I found one up the street from me that like has great reviews. It's a male that owns it. But I'm furious, right? And as I'm stewing, I call them and they're like, yeah, we can get her in. Now I have to take her in Monday at 8 a.m. That's fun to look forward to. Now I got to take Marg at 8 a.m. this Monday to fucking another vet appointment. So I'm like, look, she got her shots already. I know they usually want her to have the shots and everything before we spay them. Can I use my records from the other place to just confirm with you that she's got the proper work done already? And they're like, yeah, that'll work, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, cool. So they're like, do you want us to contact them? I'm like, no, please allow me. Because they were like, we'll contact them and get all the records. And I went, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'll call them. So I call the place, and by fucking dumb luck, I got the manager. I didn't ask for the manager. I'm not a Karen. I happen to get the guy that picks up, and he's like the what do they call it? The practice manager. So he's like, whatever, he runs the business. I call, the guy's like, talking to me, whatever, and I just said, look, man, what just happened in your office, I'm so fucking angry right now that I will never set foot in that place, and I'm never going to give you guys a fucking dime of my money again. I'm like, it's not happening. I need the records for Clarence. I need the records for Louie. I need the records for Marg. I'm going to another vet, and I'm never doing business with you people ever again. I said, and I run a cat rescue channel, and I'm always bringing cats in to get shit done. So you're fuck you. Like, I'm not doing this, right? So, of course, the guy asks, he's like, can I ask what happened? And I was like, so I told him, I'm not going to recap, but I told him basically the same thing. And I told the guy, I said, yo, if I came in today and the chick just told me, hey, sorry, somebody should have called you. I guess they forgot to call you, but we had a vet tech. We lost a guy. We're down a guy. We can't honor all the appointments. We're really sorry. This normally doesn't happen, but, sometimes these things happen. They're out of our control. Nothing we can do. And with an apology and owning it, I probably still would have just overpaid to get the fucking spay done next week. I'm like, you understand my only beef? I'm like, is the fact that the lady comes in and tries to gaslight me into thinking it's my fault that you guys don't have a vet tech? It's my fault. Because I didn't confirm an appointment. And he was like, yeah, she probably shouldn't have said that. I was like, bro, it was fucking egregious. I'm like, you need to talk to your people because this place is a fucking mess. I said, plus you guys tried to quote me $1,300 to spay a cat. I'm like, it's greedy and you're greedy and incompetent and I'm never going back there again. And I felt bad because the guy was really apologetic. He's like, I'm really sorry. And I just, I know there's nothing I can do, and I'm really, I apologize. It's not how that should have been handled. And I'm like, well, it was. So I got my records. I got a new vet coming. Furious. I've been furious all day. I would be even angrier if I wasn't so tired. And then I'm, the only fun part about this story, and I will say this was kind of fun, is I was driving home, and there's a traffic light. It's the last traffic light that I hit when I'm getting to my house. It's a red light camera. It's a camera intersection. And I only know this because I never knew there was a camera in that intersection, but I got a ticket my first ticket in over 12 years. I got coming back from Vegas, actually, when I dropped Royce off, and then I was coming back from the airport, and I was dog shit tired. And I thought I made the light, and I didn't make the light, and it was yellow, and I went for it, and it turned red as I was turning, and I saw a flash, And I was like, motherfucker, that's a camera light. God damn it. I was like, there's going to be a ticket waiting for me next week. Sure enough, like clockwork the next week. Fucking buddy, stop. I love you. Stop it. It's only during the show and it's annoying as fuck. There you go. Lay like there you go in a little curled up ball. Good boy. So I knew about this traffic light, whatever. So I'm getting right back, and I'm already full of rage. I'm driving, and I get to this last light, and it's green, and there's no oncoming traffic, and there's this like Honda Civic with some Puerto Rican in it in front of me, and he's just at a standstill at the green light. He's just sitting there, and I'm going, what do we, like the Vin McKaysian, let's go. I'm already fucking full of rage, right? So I honk my horn. I blast my horn at this fucking guy. The dude's just sitting there at the green light. I hit my horn a second time as the light turns red. I don't know why this guy did this, but he was stopped till it was green, and then when it turned red, he just slowly meandered into the intersection and made a left. And I watched the flash, and I was like, that guy's gonna get a $150 ticket. Womp womp. It was very fun. I still trying to figure out what the guy was thinking. Like, he was fully parked at a green light, no oncoming traffic. I'm like, make the left, let's go. I honk. He waits till it turns red. I'm like, and I think I honked it as it was turning red. Not to make him go, but at that point I was just mad, and I hit it, and he went fucking left, and I was like, I watched the flash, and I'm like, so that was fun. So that guy's getting a ticket, and yeah, so I was pretty pissed today, and I am never going, I left them the worst, most scathing review, and I'm going to even do a video on the Bad Luck Boys channel reviewing vets. And I'm going to shit all over these people from a great height. But I'm just tired, man. I'm all fucked up. Marg is mad at me because I stuffed her in a box, brought her to the vet, never took her out of the box, and then just took her home, opened up the box, and she was home. So Marg is all confused. Even Marg, she walked out of the carrier and was like, the fuck was the point of that? But then they were all happy. I fed the shit out of them. They all pigged out today, and they've been kind of relaxed. So, FOMO. I was doing coke one night with a vet, and I told him he charges too much, and he got so mad at me. LOL. Dude, they do though. I've already told this new vet. I'm like, you guys got to give me an estimate, and if I don't like it, I'm gonna shop around because y'all are just out for blood, out for fucking blood. And I don't get it, man. Like, you know, when I was trying to train these strippers how to fucking conduct their business properly, I always told the girls that work for me, it's a very simple thing. If you have a guy that is worth tons of money and he comes in all the time, right? If he's got $10,000 on him, right? You don't have to take the 10,000 from him. You don't have to take, you don't have to take all 10, right? A customer will actually remember if you give him some money back sometimes, or if you don't fucking totally rape him. Don't take a guy one time for 10K. Take him every night for like 3-4K. Because he'll come back every night and you can get more money overall in the long run without bleeding people. So it's just fucking disgusting. I was really pissed off. But it is what it is, right? So, Dick, Rick, and why there's so many Nightwave accounts on Rumble? Oh, because a bunch of faggots that want to basically be ankle biters and have been swinging for my dick for 5 years now. It's the Reddit people, but I can tell you this right now. Their cute little tricks don't work on Rumble because my account's verified on Rumble. Their accounts will never be verified on Rumble. And you're never going to type in Nightwave Radio Like, there's no little tricks they can do to show up higher than me in the algorithm. Like, I'm whitelisted. You know, like Nightwave Radio doesn't the way it works is like Nightwave does not have a contract with Rumble, which is why me and Royce can basically do whatever the fuck we want on these shows. We can do whatever we want on RTC, but I don't have like a contract with Rumble. However, it is Nightwave and Daywave and Virgie Show and Pessy Show and a couple other guys are recognized as extensions of the ROTC universe. So we're whitelisted. So there's nothing they can do, really. And honestly, if I wanted to get those channels permanuked, I could do it. I could do it with a fucking text message. But I won't. But I could. But I won't. Because honestly, because people are like, why do you put up with people posting all this shit about you all the time? I'm like, I love watching people spurg about me. It's fun. I get off on it. It makes my dick hard. So just know that, Redditors. You guys make my dick hard.